Hello fellow humans and welcome to this shop view, and there are a couple of very excellent things in this shop. Like this one, these are genuinely good bundles that I can highly recommend. I mean, Wargaming sells a lot of very questionable things, but in this case, this is a very good bundle right here. Now, going into the vehicles, and the most important one is the Chieftain Mark 6. This is an excellent vehicle for an excellent price. Now, it does require quite a bit of player input to play it well. More on this vehicle later. However, it is an excellent choice, and for this price, I wouldn't say no to it. Then, the TF12A is the complete opposite of that. It is absolutely horrible, so don't buy it, even for 9,000. And always remember, these prices right here are fake. Then, the M48 Rampanzer is very overrated and also very overpriced. It's not really a good vehicle. It's truly massive and doesn't have a lot of armor. And I don't really recommend it, especially not for that price. A Type 57, however, is an excellent vehicle that I can highly recommend. And especially for 8,000 gold with equipment, it is a great purchase. If you are looking for a dominant tier 8 heavy tank, this vehicle has pretty much single-handedly made the Object 2FTU obsolete. Then we go on to the Titan 54D. Don't buy this vehicle. Whatever you do, it is horrible. Absolutely not. And then, unfortunately, we don't go back to good because we stay bad with the 74A. Don't buy it. They already put it down to 6.5k. It's sort of new-ish, but it's already that low on the pricing scale, which tells you how much confidence Wargaming has in this vehicle. So ignore it. The turtle, it's a joke. It's a meme. 5.5k. If you're into tank destroyers, sure, but no. It is a absolutely horrible, despicable vehicle. The LT432 is perfectly fine, but not really a vehicle that you want to have, especially if you're looking to grind creds. There are way better options out there than this vehicle. However, if you are looking for a fun to raid light tank, get the M4190 instead. Then we move on to the 2020, and oh boy, it's down for 5k, which is 5k for a tier 8 is a great price, don't get me wrong. Problem is, not for this one, because it's like the year 2020, garbage. However, ladies and gentlemen, buy this right now. The MXM449 might no longer be one of the best tier 8s in the game. Some might argue it never was, but it is a strong vehicle nonetheless. It's the T54A2 for people that can't afford the T54A2, and especially at this price point of only 4,500 gold, it is an absolutely excellent pickup. And then we go down to the irrelevance of Tier 7, because to be honest, Tier 7 isn't a tier to make credits with. Tier 7 and Tier 6 especially, ignore the Tier 6s, and also ignore the ICU 122S, because this thing is utterly trash. It does have great DPM though, but it is utterly trash. The Type 62... great tank, would buy it for 3k, not for 4k. And so the E25 would buy it for... And I don't know what Wargaming is huffing when they thought they put the same tank into the shop twice at completely different prices and also different bundles, because the one for 4.5k also includes equipment and this one doesn't. Just to show you how much the gold price is truly worth, it's nothing. And again, these prices right here, they're complete and utter fake, because they want money. Now, what you want is to stay away from this vehicle, because this vehicle is utterly horrible, just like the MX-30B. The AT-15A is dominance by stupidity, as in the tank itself is horrible. However, because of its extremely strong armor, it is hard to kill, so you need a competent enemy to beat this vehicle. The problem is, there are no competent enemies in this game, so that ends up not happening, and this bundle is, if you're a tank destroyer enthusiast, it's a great bundle, really. The Yak-Tiger is amazing for what it is. The AT-15A is also, as I said, very dominant at tier 7, and the Dicromax is present in-game, but this is a good bundle that I can recommend if you are a tank destroyer enjoyer. I am not, but if you are, go ahead. And then we go on with... never mind. In other news, we have the Lost and Found event, which I can't see. There it is. Took you long enough. Now, this is a Churchill, and these three have never really been good, so you can only get stuff here if you buy items in the shop, and the rewards here, they aren't really good. The Kunze-Panzer is solid, but they're not really vehicles that you want to have, and obviously, Retrotopia is going on, so do your missions and all those kind of things. Moving on, they've paid a man to be in an event. All you have to do is get wins, and you get backgrounds from the football player Lucas Podolski. You might as well. And don't forget to activate the subscription so you get the G1.
You should not be doing that. You're hurting your team, you're hurting everybody on your team. So I decided to be the bigger man and to push this guy off.
Now, the only thing big about him is his ego, and if I would look like a shriveled capybara testicle, I would shut the hell up. You should not buy crates whatsoever in this game, because they are like the Judas Blitz of the in-game shop. Overhyped, overpriced, waste your time. Here we go with the Chieftain, and this will be today's focus tank. Now, why do I pick this one instead of like an AMX M449? Because you should just buy the AMX M449 and not think about it. It's a great price, 4.5k, get it, you will not regret it. This vehicle is a bit more complex, so I want to talk about it a bit more in detail. The problem with this vehicle mainly is its premium penetration and its, well, need for skill. This vehicle is more of the Leopard 1 of heavy tanks. Now, not quite, but imagine it as such. That this vehicle does require a lot of skill to pull it off well. And that is where this thing sort of lacks as well. If you're a beginner player or something like that, you're way better off with something like a Super Conqueror rather than this vehicle. However, if you're a more advanced player and if you're looking for a challenge, then this can't be it. Because first of all, this vehicle does have great HE rounds that it should have if I hit something. Just don't, because I'm incompetent. But there we go, 550, beautiful. And let's see what we can achieve here. Now we go for the 57 heavy and then we'll clean out the mediums. And that's a good thing about this vehicle as well. You can clean out mediums pretty quickly with it because it's fast enough. It's got enough DPM. It's got the armor for it. Now, you do want to keep this thing moving at all times. If you stay still on a hill and you don't do things like this, and even if you do something like that and the enemy is precise, and there's a bounce, then they will be able to pen you. So keep this vehicle moving. If you stay still, obviously you will get penned. It does have a cupola and it can be dangerous, so don't stop moving if you are playing this vehicle. Just like that, it is accurate enough to go for pot shots like this one. Now, at this point, I know that he's trying to bait me, but this vehicle obviously does have good HE rounds, which means I can without a doubt use HE there and it will get enough damage. And that's what makes this thing so great. And like I said, pick the Super Conqueror if you're a newer player to tier 10, and ideally don't buy any premiums at tier 10 if you're a new player, but I mean, new-ish. A premium or a collector should never appear in your first 5 tier 10s. After that, you can start thinking about buying tier 10s, but before that, you absolutely should not. And this one is more of a advanced player's kind of vehicle. You need to be skilled to pull this vehicle off, and it is obviously better than something like a WZ-111-5A or an AMX-30B. I mean, but that's not really hard. And he's gonna go over there. So let's see what we can achieve. And hello there, little guy. A bit dead, no? Beautiful. So I definitely recommend picking this vehicle up. I also recommend picking up the AMX M449 and the bundles at the start. Other than that, I mean, you pick, and the Type 57 as well. Obviously, in terms of the mediums, they're not really that good. And now we're going to have to spend quite a bit to try and chase that Object 140. However, we'll need to not worry, because let's load the Hesh, and any shot that hits him will kill him. Now, let's see what we can do here. It's obviously not great, but hello there, 81 hit point. Man, are you gonna stay up there? Like, I guess so. You just peek out. Here's the thing: peeking with your ass is only really useful if you know that you're faster. Otherwise, it makes you look like a bit of an ass. But if you know how to do it, if you perfect the ass peek, then it can be worked. But to sum it up again, get the MX, get the Chieftain, get the Type 57 if you want to. Other than that, it's a great time to buy stuff now. Otherwise, it's not. But these bundles are good. For once. I mean, there's got to be times once where it's okay. So, yeah. Have a go. Thank you very much for watching. And see you in the next one. Goodbye.